author Paul here. Real quick, I wanted to introduce to you two books that I absolutely love about the history of Big Bear. The first one is Ghost Town Schoolmarm, and it's by Tom Core. This one is for sale still, and I think it's in the Big Bear Museum Historical Society. I highly recommend you pick up a copy of this because it has a few of the photos that you see that I've used in these videos. And it's got a fun story about a teacher who was not well and she was frail in Oregon. She came down to Southern Cal and they sent her up to the Doble schoolhouse, and she turned healthy because of the air was dry, good climate. And so it interviews her and her story, but this also has other stories in it, but I highly recommend it. Tom Core, it's called Ghost Town Schoolmarm. And then this one was a new one to me. I didn't know existed, but it's by A. Rorak. It was a gentleman I met who's, I think it's his grandma or great grandma in the 60s or 70s. She had the wherewithal to interview all the pioneers who came to Big Bear Valley like in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So she sits down and asks them all the questions, and each one of these is a different individual and their wife sharing their stories about growing up in early Big Bear. These are fun. There's 3 volumes of this at that thickness. So I highly recommend it. It's become one of my favorite, both these books together about the history, because you can hear how pioneers, what it was like when cows were chased, wild cows. Sounds like a Far Side cartoon. Anyway, this one's fun. Also in this one, there's a guy hid treasure up at Gold Mountain, so that's going to be another adventure. I can't wait to go on. I had to move locations. The bees were attacking me somewhere else. Anyway, highly recommend these 2 books. Check them out. Okay, this little tunnel has a very thick door. This door has been here since I've been coming, and they have closed it off, and I'm not going to go in this because they've closed it off. And you can see the ventilation pipe. There's even a pipe sticking out, but you can see the end of the tunnel right there. I might be able to zoom a little closer. There. You can probably hear all the humming of the bees. And so I'm trying to tell the bees to be cool. And then you can see, I think, another tunnel. Let's get my camera out of the way. Right over there. These don't go back very far. I've been in them before, but it's really cool to see. And then you got a little pit here. And it goes down. And I'll back off and show you the entrance. This is all part of the Rose Mine District. Let me see if I can back out. I'm going to turn around and try and get out of here. Anyway, when they're blocked off like this, you know, I don't go in them out of respect because I know why they block everything off. Let me try and get out of here real quick. And here's what the entrance looks like. Alrighty. And then there's that vent pipe above right there. Here's the entrance of one of the popular mines. They've all been closed off. These are the ones on the main road of Burns Canyon, but I'm going to crawl in closer and get you guys a look down there so you can see what it looks like. I was in this one years ago. It goes back pretty far. A little tailing pile here, and I don't know if I've ever seen this. It's like a little culvert. Let's check it out. Uh-oh. Bees, little hideout. What is this? Besides Bee Haven. I didn't mean that as a joke. Bee Haven. I meant, you know, a haven for bees. Okay. Well, let's brave the little critters. And oh, this is I can't remember this. It's actually a tunnel. So they just kept it open a little bit. Let me try and get in the shadows there. A little closer. This is weird. Got a culvert pipe here. Let's try and get light in there. Get tight. Oh jeez, what an amateur. Sorry, I had my hand in front of the lens. Well, the truth is, I'm an amateur. Hard to see in there, but if that iron cage wasn't there, I'd shimmy on in there. I don't know how far. It doesn't probably go back very far because tailing pile's really small. All right. Here's the old cabin. They used kerosene cans and coffee cans, anything they can get a hold of for roof shingles, side shingles, you name it. Very clever. Use anything and everything when you build a cabin. But this is probably my all-time favorite. It's actually a bucket, where you can see the handles, and then they spread the bucket out, cut a hole in it, probably for like the vent pipe support, maybe for the stove. Pretty cool.